Picture this for a second. You're standing in front of a mirror. You're looking at yourself, but you're also looking at your country, the United States. It's 2026. Used to be you'd look in that mirror and see Superman, the biggest economy, the strongest military, the land of opportunity. You'd puff out your chest, right? But today, according to some brand new numbers from Pew Research, a lot of us are looking in that mirror and we just want to look away. 1 out of every 5 Americans isn't just unhappy. They're actually saying they're ashamed. They're looking at that reflection and saying, I don't like who we've become. So what happened? Did the American dream wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or is the mirror broken? Let's cut the noise and look at the facts. This study just dropped on February 17th. It breaks down exactly how we feel about being American right now. And honestly, it's a reality check. Here are 6 things you need to know, plain and simple. First up, we are obsessed with freedom. When asked what makes us proud, the #1 answer is still freedom. But here's the kicker. We're pretty much the only country that answers that way. Other folks in Europe or Asia talk about their healthcare, their culture, their safety nets. But us, we want to be free to do our own thing. It's our brand, but it's a lonely brand. Second, the bad vibes are real. We're seeing a record number of people who have nothing nice to say. Years ago, even if you were mad at the government, you'd say, well, I love the land. Now, 20% of people are just focusing on the negative, the fighting, the corruption, the mess. The optimism tank is running on empty. Third, we're living in 2 different worlds. This is where it gets crazy. If you ask a Republican what makes them proud, they say the military and the Constitution. If you ask a Democrat, they say our diversity and our culture. It's like a married couple sharing a house, but they aren't even watching the same TV show. We aren't just disagreeing on politics, we're proud of completely opposite things. Fourth, nobody trusts the system. You ready for a scary number? 8%. Only 8% of us are proud of how our political system works. Compare that to places like Sweden or Germany, where people actually think their government is decent. Here, we love the country, but we absolutely hate the machine running it. Fifth, we forgot our story. Only 3% of people mentioned history as a source of pride. 3%. We used to talk about the revolution, the moon landing, the big moments. Now, it feels like ancient history. We've stopped looking back for inspiration. And finally, number 6, we love players, not the game. Here in the U.S., people are starting to pin their pride on specific leaders like Donald Trump, rather than the office of the president itself. In other democracies, people trust the institution regardless of who is in charge. Here, it's becoming all about the personality. Okay, so you might be thinking, so what? People are grumpy, gas is still expensive. Why do these numbers matter? Here is why. Pride is like glue. It's the stuff that holds the bricks together. If you build a house with no glue, it might stand up for a while, but the second a storm comes, ideally the bricks hold together. Without that glue, they crumble. When 92% of us don't trust the system, when neighbors can't even agree on what makes the country good, we stop being a United States. We become just a bunch of people arguing over a shared electric bill. If we don't have a shared pride, we don't have a shared future. It makes us weak, not because of some enemy overseas, but because we're rotting from the inside out. All right, enough doom and gloom. What do we do about it? We can't just sit around waiting for Washington, D.C. to fix this. That 8% approval rating tells you they aren't coming to save us. The fix starts way lower down. It starts with realizing that freedom, that thing we love so much, comes with a job. It means listening to the guy across the street who thinks differently than you. We need to stop asking, is America the greatest? And start asking, is my community working? We have to find new things to be proud of, not just the old wars we won, but the new problems we can fix together. We need to rebuild that trust, handshake by handshake, not tweet by tweet. So here is my question for you tonight. Put aside the news, put aside the politicians. When you look in that mirror, what is the one thing about this country that you're still willing to fight for? Let me know in the comments. Let's actually talk to each other, not at each other. See you in the next video on the Business and Finance Talk channel. Thanks for watching.